Hey guys, so I know that it's kind of late and it's really blurry and everything, but I'm getting a tattoo tomorrow and I kind of wanted to talk about tattoos just in general because I hear a lot of shit about them and kind of misconceptions and such. I'm not an expert or anything because I only have 3 tattoos and they're all fairly small. You can look back in some of my past videos to see what they are. I have a phoenix feather behind my ear, which I got when I graduated, kind of symbolizing change, and also because I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd, and I kind of liked that it symbolized change and transition, but at the same time I could like hook it to my fandom. Um, and then on my inner left ankle, I have a Celtic symbol of a triquetra, which triquetras mean a bunch of different things, but the way I take it is to mean mind, body, and spirit working together. And my books that I wrote a series of 4 books, and the first one, they're called the Searing series, but they each have individual little titles. And the first one's called Mind, second one's called Body, and third one's called Spirit, and then the fourth one, when the 3 books kind of collage, it's called Triquetra. So when I finished my books, I got that. And my very first tattoo is on my right ankle on the outside, and it's a 9 3/4 with the words "All is well" above. And I got that because, well, obviously anyone who has read or watched Harry Potter would know that that's a Harry Potter reference. And Harry Potter was really like the first book series and even the first movie that inspired the creativity that I see in myself today and inspired me to write the books that I now finished. And I really owe it not only like helping me make friends and um, learning that literature is a great place to develop not only yourself but your ideas and and with other people, but like it really made me realize what I want to do with my life, which is to become a teacher and a writer. So, the all was well is obviously the last line in the very last book, and I kind of liked it because it signified, everything was okay after all the trouble that he went through, after all the battles that they faced, everything turned out good. And the 9 3/4 is obviously the platform. And it's kind of the realm. I remember a girl said this in like ninth grade. She said she had 9 3/4 written on her arm, and I was like, "Oh, hey, cool, the Harry Potter platform." And the way she explained it to me was so beautiful, and I had that idea in my head for 2 years, and I finally got it. She said that the platform was kind of like how she viewed the world, because it was like the area where Muggle life, human life, natural. Uh, Magical lack, normal life met magic. The platform was kind of where like the two worlds met, and that's how she viewed life. She viewed life as, being normal but having moments of magic in it. And I really thought that was so beautiful, and that's exactly how I view life. So that's where I got my tattoos. The one thing that I want to talk about is the fact that there's people who strongly believe that tattoos should have meaning. Um, and while I think the best tattoos do have meaning, I think that there's also tattoos that, maybe they'll have momentary meaning, but they won't have as much meaning in the future. Or there's tattoos that are more so meaningful because of the moment they were done instead of the reason they were done, maybe the memory that's attached to them. But personally, I believe that, tattoos are better when they have meaning. But I also think that it's okay to get like a random tattoo, and it's okay to not always think things out so in depth. When I got my, I don't even know if you could see it, probably not. When I got my phoenix feather behind my ear, that was probably a 2-day decision, and it's my favorite tattoo. And I find myself relating to the meaning behind it more and more as I age, which is really cool. And it's funny because my other tattoos I put about 2 to 4 years thought in. Um, and and they're not my favorite. So I really think it's okay to not have a huge meaning behind it. Although those are usually the best type. My best girlfriend, she went all out for her first tattoo. She was crazy. She is this little petite girl, super short and small, and she got a huge rib tattoo from top to bottom, like panty line area, of a cherry blossom tree for her dad who passed away. I'm not going to really go into the meaning of that, but and I know she'll never regret that because it has such huge meaning behind it. But still, like, you don't have to have a huge meaning behind it, but it's important to know what you're getting into. If if you want to get a random tattoo, make sure that you're okay with the idea that maybe in a few years you're going to hate it, or you're not going to like it, or you're going to regret it. You're going to regret getting it. For me personally, the older I get, the more I realize that the body is just a vessel. Whether there's a soul or not, I'm not going to get into that. But the body is just our tool. It's a it it doesn't define who we are. It doesn't set limits for us, and being able to put art on it is just a way to express yourself. So make sure that if you're going to get a random tattoo, or if your tattoo has been short thought out, that you're okay with the idea that you might not always like it. For me, I know that my body's going to wither and die one day, and it's going to be nothing but ash, and so that's why the idea of something on my skin just doesn't bother me, even if I don't like it. Also, another thing that I've been seeing all over Yahoo message boards is people asking, "Oh my God, I instantly regret my tattoo. I hate it so much." And that is usually either one of two things. Either you really do hate it, which that's unfortunate, or you're having tattoo regret, which is something that I experienced for both of my first two tattoos. After getting them, I remember after them healing after a few weeks, I would try to rub them off, which I know is stupid. I didn't actually think they'd come off, but I just wanted to try. Or I would like stare in the mirror obsessively, or like I was like, oh my God, I don't like it. I do like it, but oh my God, it's permanent. It's kind of like missing your skin. It's a weird thing to experience, to miss the blankness of your skin, to know that it'll never look that way again, the way it did before. And that can kind of cause some anxiety, but it's important to know that that anxiety usually goes away within a few weeks or even a few days. My anxiety went away after a good week, and I love my tattoos now. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk about tattoos in general, and maybe I'll post a picture of it, or do something tomorrow after I get mine done. I am getting a Doctor Who tattoo of the word Bad Wolf. It's going to be super small. I just wanted to pay a little tribute to the fandom that is really, it's really made me a more loving person. And it's weird, but anybody who watches Doctor Who religiously knows exactly what I mean. It has a weird way of making you feel connected to people you don't even know, and anyone who knows the Bad Wolf story plot, I have a friend that actually, because she was, we were talking about it, and I told her what Bad Wolf means to me, and she said, well, this is what Bad Wolf means to her, and I agree completely. She said, when I hear Bad Wolf, I think Rose Tyler. I think a message through time and space created by her to lead her always back to the Doctor. I think of her saving him, of her incorporating Bad Wolf into all of time and infinity, the big Bad Wolf, the name of the corporation, the children's brains and everything. I see all of time and space at the play of a young, love-stricken girl's hands, and I see what any of us would do, what anyone in love would do, write a message to be the savior. I see for once Rose ultimately saving the Doctor. The Doctor was so cold and hard and hated the universe, and then Rose taught him to save people. Rose taught him how to love and how to care, and I see her finally showing him that after all this, she can be a bit like him. She can be a bit ruthless and a bit empty too, and I think of that moment the Doctor realized he loved her because she was so perfectly human, and she became the only person who ever understood how he feels every second, how he feels all of time and space every moment of his existence. In short, the words Bad Wolf are a love story. And that's really what I love about it. It's like such a simple, discreet word that holds such a powerful story behind it. And the idea that, kind of like, I really do believe that there's little clues throughout life leading up to bigger moments that maybe when you get to the big moment, you realize it. Kind of like looking back and, seeing some would think it's just drawing conclusions from nothingness, but yeah, so I don't want to really go in depth. It's been a 10-minute video, and I feel kind of crazy for even talking this long about it, but yep, I'm a little nervous because it was a random tattoo. It's only been on my mind for 2 days, but I really do think I want to get it, and it's going to go on my back. I'm not going to even see it, but yeah, I'm going to do it. I've been wanting to get something done, and I've been wanting it to be Doctor Who related, and I think this is the perfect one, especially because I wanted something that kind of represented the first Doctor and the second Doctor, well, the 9th Doctor and the 10th Doctor, but my first and second, because I haven't watched the old series. And I think Bad Wolf does that, because, it was kind of interlaced between Eccleston and Tennant, who is my favorite. Tennant is such a babe. Alright, so I hope you guys are having a great holiday season, or whatever you do, and thanks for listening to me babble again. Alright, bye guys.